My entire existence today feels indebted to Jesus Christ. Not that I owe him, but because I love him. I could remember sitting there, and I was so jacked up from the crack smoking that I had this needle ready to go for when I started to come down, and I knew that if I took that needle, there was something in my body that told me I wasn't gonna live. I can remember tangibly sitting there for 2.5 hours this night, going back and forth. Don't do it. Do it. Don't do it. Do it. If you do it, you're gonna die. You gotta get to work. You gotta do. And it was like this torment back and forth. And sure enough, I gave in. And I can remember plunging that needle into my leg, and I didn't think I was coming back. If addiction came to me in the forefront and showed me an image of me in my underwear urinating myself smoking crack in a basement at 180 pounds, I don't know if I would have as easily have been seduced. You see, I grew up saying I'm never gonna drink, but I drank. I never smoked pot, but I smoked pot. I'm not gonna do cocaine, but I'm gonna do cocaine. I'm not gonna do acid, but I did acid. That's the deception. That's the disease of addiction. I would say almost every day for 8 to 10 years straight that I did not go one day where I was not under the influence of a substance of some kind. I was literally out of my mind, and I can remember calling my mother and just crying, guttural cries of, if you don't help me, I'm gonna die. That night I had a tangible visit from the Lord, and I was carrying a bag of bricks over my right shoulder, and I just couldn't get anywhere. I couldn't get anywhere. And the Lord approached me and said, "Son, you've been forgiven. I'm here to help you carry this bag of bricks. But you have to promise me that we're going to set this bag down, and we're going to go through every brick, one by one by one." And I knew immediately the Lord was just talking about all the baggage, all the people I had hurt, all the relationships I had broken, all the things I had stolen. There were so many things in my bag that I needed to go through. But I had such a revelation of Christ's love that to me it was the only option, it was the only answer. I just never in my wildest dreams would have ever thought that that was even conceivable. Waking up that morning, no longer having the obsession to put some kind of chemical in my body. What I know that I know that I know is that I've been given a second chance to share a message of love and hope in the gospel of Jesus Christ, and that he loves each and every one of us to the point that he would take on a death on a cross so that we could have eternal life, so that I could have a second chance. I thank God for everything I went through. To the depths that I knew how sick I was is to the depths that I've known I'm forgiven. My addiction wasn't very subtle and cunning, but many of the addictions that people live in today, they don't see how it's robbing them of what God has called them to do and be. I have a master's degree in Christian counseling. I'm studying for my PhD. Everything that they said I could never be, everything they said I would never do, everything they said I would never see, everything they told my mother that, brace yourself, you're gonna get a phone call that your son's dead. I say, but Jesus. I say, but Jesus. I say, but Jesus.